him on Lich is kind of like giving a very high-skilled mid or core player Viper. You're just like wasting the talent right there. And I still don't know why Fnatic banned out Viper. That was also something that just stood out to me. Like Fnatic's drafting this game is they either haven't done the research or they're like, I don't know, something is just wonky there. But I would expect that they would put in a lot of research. But then again, you can go back to Swindlemelon's tweet.
Ouch.
Right?
Yeah, and Fnatic are going to go ahead and take the Lich out this time, knowing that EG have first pick.
But then they give away.
Turn to ban.
They could probably ban both, but then you get give away Nice Stalker.
I mean, not many people ban Jakiro either in this first phase. It doesn't seem to be that key, does it?
Maybe the EG.
Maybe for EG Jakiro, yeah, because they can be so flexible. We've now seen Universe play twice in the last.
Well, there you go. There's your Jakiro
there it is.
right there.
That's fine. But then there's Night Stalker.
Instant Night Stalker.
Yeah. Okay. It's not great, but it's not that bad. I would actually prefer this. Because then they can actually pick Spirit Breaker themselves. Somewhat seen as a counter Night Stalker. Not amazing, but not awful. You're just looking for a not awful draft. That's a win.
I'm completely on board with you, man. I really am. I said coming into the series that I wanted Fnatic to give themselves a chance in the draft. But this is interesting. I think this is the first Dazzle pick we've seen. One of the 2 highest win percentage heroes at TI7.
Nice 5-man ball that they have already. That's, this is what I like from them. I want them to see them play more as a team. Don't, just split up around the map and farm and go for these cute little pickoffs. You need to win a team fight. We talk about that all the time. You need to win a team fight to win the game.
5 seconds remaining.
But I just like.
I'm even gonna step back and be a little more general because I agree with what you're saying. But in general, you just need to have a plan to put pressure on the other team. I never really saw at any point past that laning phase where Arteezy and Sumail both just had everything they wanted. I never saw Fnatic really pressure EG in any way. They took a couple of engagements, but they weren't in points where they were going to be able to put pressure on objectives afterward.
I think EG also built really well too. Like they had Lincoln Spheres, they had BKBs, they had pipes too. So like no one could get obliterated by the Reaper. So they didn't really allow Fnatic to do that. Ooh, Wyvern.
Yeah.
Very good versus the Beastmaster, one of the most common pickups. We've seen a lot of other teams have success with the Wins Wyvern, but not necessarily EG. EG actually haven't been turning towards this. They've been picking a lot of Spirit Breaker, Jakiro, and Kunkka, surprisingly, but it looks like maybe they're phasing out the Kunkka a little bit for Winter Wyvern, especially when there's a Beastmaster.
Yeah, I really like the Winter Wyvern now that teams are fully exploiting the potential of the Splinter Blast to get that extra wave clear advantage game and later on. I think, obviously the single target control with the Winter's Curse, potentially multi-target control is great. But I think that's what sort of made the hero when teams have realized that it's a very high push potential support.
I also think it's because they can run it as a 3.
That's the point I was going to bring out was how do you rate that as an offlaner now?
It's huge that
it's
you
great,
can
isn't
run
it?
it as an offlaner. Yeah, it's like, oh my, you can run this as a 3. It's great.
Yeah, it's true.
They haven't done that yet, EG.
No, that was an Ice special originally.
Yeah, exactly. But it started to spread around. You've seen a number of different 3s playing it. So maybe this is the Universe Wyvern. Maybe it does give them a little bit more flexibility that they're looking for in this early draft.
EG immediately identified the push and ban out the Terrorblade.
Yeah. Very smart, and it's a trademark Envy hero. It's one of Envy's, probably I'd say his best hero in pro play.
I now need to have a 3rd game tonight for the chance to use the Night is Dark and full of Terrorblades, because otherwise I can't use that joke now.
Oh wow!
You just used it.
You've had more practice.
I kind of did.
You've had more practice with dad humor than I have. I can already tell.
Awful, absolutely terrible.
I like that one.
You like that one?
That was good.
All right.
It's also original. I haven't heard it before. If you stole it from someone, then shame on you.
No. That's one of mine. It's definitely one of my dad jokes, I'm afraid.
I really do like the Visage ban by EG. They showed the potential of that hero last weekend with Sumail basically breaking every record that we have for a Visage.
Yes.
And Excalibur, a very good micro player.
10 seconds remaining.
Very highly active 4 from Fnatic. Earth Spirit versus some of the other ones.
Spirit, I'm down.
Yeah, DJ Earth Spirit is very, very good. I'm just wondering why Earth Spirit over.
I think Earth Spirit's one of those few heroes that I don't think you need a specific reason.
You're right.
It's I think it's if you add up this event, Starlighter and PGL, I think it's 22 and 7.
10 seconds remaining.
Earth Spirit's good.
5 seconds remaining.
I hope they don't. I actually hope they don't nerf it again. I really liked it.
Chances for EG.
Yeah, this is now EG again being from NA. This is more likely to be an offlane Enchantress than it would be in other regions, and I quite like that.
Let's see a PA EE.
Yeah, I don't know. A PA into Winter Wyvern?
It's not bad. It's not. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's good. Very good versus the Edge.
I don't know, dude. There are a few things more demoralizing than Dota than seeing that big old crit animation on one of your own heroes.
At least
that kind of sucks.
Then it's over. The curse is done.
Yeah,
it's over quickly.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised though, because it is just super good versus. I think the Beastmaster is already pretty good versus Ench because of the attack speed aura. It offsets some of the untouchable. It's pretty good at stealing the summon. But I don't know. Maybe they also wanted a non-damage, sometimes important. Vessel.
EG.
I like your direction. I like the direction that you're thinking, but to me, PA is still in a situation where she needs to be good against 2 enemy cores. I really like this bet.
Now. Well,
it's risky because Synderen talked about this the other day, and I liked his chain of logic that Brood is actually much more risky as a 15th than a 16th shot, right? As a 7th versus an 8th overall pick, because EG now has 2 core picks left to counter the Brood.
Yeah, but
we also saw it
awful.
Yeah, exactly.
But we also saw it pick second earlier, twice.
Yeah,
by Liquid. So it's become maybe not so cheesy and maybe part of the meta. So I think
Liquid again. Liquid
still up in the air.
Meta.
Yep.
I want to see how EG are feeling about this.
Oh, that's some wide eyes by you there.
I don't think they expected it right. Maybe last pick, but not right there. Beastmaster Brood.
Yeah, that's actually
summons
disgusting.
On summons.
And you get the old Spiderling heal bomb.
Oh yeah, that's actually really nice.
That's crazy.
That's a big. That's a very nice offlane bomb.
You want to talk about something that can actually bring down an Enchantress. That's it. Ooh, okay. I can get behind this. It does, if you can do some damage, it gets you vision over the Brood.
But laning. How are you going to lane versus Brood here?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They should take all their reserve time.
5 seconds
One pick that's
you have to assume that you have to draft, I think, as if the Brood's going to be mid, because if the Brood is mid and you don't have a counter to it, you just get destroyed.
We could see the Alk solution again.
Yeah.
Bad.
Sumail, yeah, I'm very down with Sumail Alchemist.
What other heroes are there? The Chinese seems like to use Bristleback, but I don't really particularly Bristleback here.
I've actually seen Sumail play Ember against Brood.
Yeah, it's playable.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's definitely playable. LC is also pretty common. LC very good versus the Beastmaster, versus the summons in general, but still struggles in the later phases of the game because you can't deal with the incapacitating bite very easily. And he has a lot of lifesteal to deal with the Blade Mail. So maybe good in the early game, but not so good in the later game.
Okay, you want to hear something really stupid? I want to see Fnatic go for the double cheese. Go Meepo.
Jesus. Meepo versus Wyvern though.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
That's
sucks.
5 seconds.
I wanted to see a vintage Excalibur hero. Very excited to have him back on the world stage.
Timbersaw ban makes more sense now.
Yes, it does. Very much so. Yeah, it kind of shows that they were thinking about that Brood.
Yeah, they were already considering it early on. The Puck ban is. I think if they picked Puck, they would have gotten rolled. So hard.
I'm glad you said that. I was thinking I had been critical enough of Fnatic, but I was scratching my head about that ban.
Yeah, Fnatic has some really odd bans.
This is okay. The Ursa ban suggests to me that they're thinking about Ember.
10 seconds remaining.
Ember. It's not going to be an easy Ember.
It's not an easy Ember game, but.
Remaining.
I think Alk would be fun.
I mean,
Alk's nice and safe.
Alk's okay. Ursa crushes Alk too. So, all right.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
Alk
really
is
down
much
with
more
Alk here. I think you also have 3 heroes that are really good with Ags. Wyvern being the odd
Ooh,
odd dragon out.
think about that, but that's a pretty good point.
Wyverns aren't dragons.
They are technically not.
They're
but-
technically not. Okay.
yeah.
Someone called me out. They're in the lore. I was like, I mean, they're
No,
close.
They're
close.
dragonkin, depending on who you listen.
Yeah. LC Axe. I guess Axe is also potentially issue.
Oh,
okay,
a page out of the VP book.
Yeah.
They watched the No One game earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Before this, I don't know that I've ever heard somebody list troll among the top like 3 or 4 counters to Brood, but sure as hell looked like it in that last game.
You can't lifesteal, you're gonna die as a Brood. So I do really like that
It's
mischance.
5 seconds
That mischance
remaining.
is really awesome. This is the Brood, and you can win the BKB wars. Not that many heroes can win BKB wars against Brood. Well, one of the
You may now
Troll win a
select
stand-up
your
fight with just about
heroes.
anybody.
Okay. So the profit comes in
I think that
for Fnatic.
I just think the key question here is how hard do we think that Troll counters Brood? Because if you think Troll counters Brood as well as the No One game from earlier would suggest, then this is an EG stomp. If you think Troll Brood is more even, then Fnatic has a real shot here.
I actually think they have pretty good heroes versus the Troll. Like Death
I
Buff,
agree.
high physical damage, doesn't care about the blind. They have the Roar to go through the BKB, and they have the Grave and the Weave. Like all these are pretty good versus the Troll. Yeah. I'm actually going to side with Fnatic this game because I think the Broodmother pick was, woof, breathtaking.
I see where you're going. I don't think I can do it. Fnatic has not showed me, even with a slight outdraft, Fnatic has not showed me in this tournament that they can play at a level necessary to beat EG, even with EG slightly down lately.
I could have just asked you before.
No, there's always, look, strange things happen in Dota. There's always that possibility that drafts go wrong.
Okay.
But I don't think EG messed the draft bad enough to get.
Okay, I think after that I might have to give him a new sign which says EG fanboy. I think he's gone completely the
outta
other way.
here.
Let's head over to our commentary team for game number 2. Remember, Fnatic are on death row right now. They need to win this one. Is the Brood going to come up trumps? Let's find out with your commentary team for game number 2.
Blitz, it sounds like from our panel that if Evil Geniuses wins this game 2, then they have truly proven that they are the better team against Fnatic. Both our panelists agree, maybe different variants, that Fnatic did manage to win the draft. Do you agree?
I think it's more complicated than that, just because I don't know, when you're a team that's like on a downward spiral, it's hard for me to like trust your drafts. Like I don't know what's up or what's down.
So if I went up to the TV screen and I just put my hands over the Fnatic and EG logos, right? Whose drafts are you siding with?
I have to like
30 seconds to battle.
Trick yourself into believing that's not Fnatic.
One of those like weird optical illusion things where I cross my eyes, then I will say that Fnatic's draft on paper looks pretty good.
Okay, why?
Because I actually really like the point that Brent brought up. I think Weave against a team that's largely physical based is really nice, and that's what EG's is. I think that Grave is one of the better ways to deal with that Bloodseeker Rupture on top of that.
Yeah,
and
he can't get the kills that he needs to be able to regen up. Ben was also pointing out that Troll feels very countered by both the Death Prophet as well as the Beastmaster.
Dazzle is really nice, by the way, against
apparently Universe
Wyvern. Hey, he just gets a free for.
Is he creating space, Blitz? Is that what he's doing right now? Is he creating space? Which one?
Did he grab the bounty rune? Show me, JJ. I think Pylai Dai at least got the bounty rune.
Yeah, but it's still not worth it.
In a way.
No, in a way it's still
Oh, he didn't get it. Oh man, I would have said that was completely worth otherwise.
You would have just blatantly lied to the viewers and said it's worth stealing a bounty rune and giving up first blood.
It's the moral victories.
Oh.
Notice I didn't say morale. It's the moral victories. I don't know, man. What do you want from me? It sucks giving up first blood, but I'm trying to keep things positive. Also, this lane, by the way, is okay-ish for Enchantress. I played this lane before, weirdly enough. With Owen and Slacks, and I didn't get any help because it was Owen and Slacks, but. I mean, it goes okay in the beginning, but then she just farms. Yeah. You can't stop her from farming.
I've seen this matchup before. You're not gonna get gone on as a Broodmother, or sorry, as the Enchantress really touchable. But he's going to get all the spiderlings he wants, and he's just going to go and farm jungle and the lane at the same time. So you may not die in this lane, but he's going to outfarm you 2-to-1 almost.
Yes, and that's the issue, is that Enchantress, it's annoying. And the Fear's gone. Very nice return kill, but it's that all your talents also counter her. The attack speed talent destroys Enchantress. And just the natural item build that you can go for. But so far, pretty evenish lane. Meanwhile, the Bloodseeker thriving against this Death Prophet, which is kind of normal-ish, which is why they were trying to rotate the Earth Spirit early on, but I think he gave up on that pretty quickly.
Now, it's a big problem, I think, that we didn't really address in the laning phase. Bloodseeker having a free lane like this. We've seen multiple times Bloodseekers, when they're able to have a free lane in mid, they really start going off. Like, Sumail specifically has shown his Bloodseeker games where he's racked up 30 denies. Denies, not CS, 30 denies by like 8-9 minutes. And this could potentially be what we're going to see here in this mid lane.
That was the game that he went Maelstrom?
Yeah. You have a story about it.
Oh yeah, Phil told me I could tell it. So apparently, like, the reason why he went that Maelstrom, because in a scrim, he got the gloves of haste. And he was meaning to build Midas, but his courier got sniped, and he got pissed. So he built Maelstrom.
Out of spite?
Out of spite. And they won that game, so he's like, oh well.
Must be good.
And Phil wanted me to say that this proves that pros don't always have perfect reasoning for what they're doing. He really wanted that, and that's his own player that he's talking about.
Well, I'm glad Phil enlightened us a little bit into the mind.
Oh, I'm really glad they swapped lanes, but because I thought that they wanted the Enchant versus the Beast for this reason alone. As a bottom, Ohio's gonna die, and Ohio can't trade in this lane. It's really hard for him.
Oh, mid lane, they might be able to get the kill on Sumail, slowing him down. Got another nuke coming up too. Excalibur almost finished him off, but the one is just enough to be able to get the heal in. Sumail got to bury himself some regen. Well, very close.
And they're going to go for the lane swap once again, which they need to do. They need to make sure that this Enchantress isn't one-on-one.
Especially since everyone who's showing up bottom lane just keeps on dying.
There's no shame in it.
Universe already on a killing spree, and they might want to swap again as soon as they can. As a mid, this is a very nice kill.
They managed to get the stun. Sumail is not going to make it out of here alive. 2-3. 4 minutes in. The side lanes may not be going the best for Fnatic. Say that, they're getting a lot of damage.
And this is the lane configuration that they want right now, so it is going to work out in their favor. Ideally, they want the Brood matched up against the Enchantress, and they want the Beastmaster to be against the Troll. So far, that's how it's been laid out, which means that for EG, most likely they want to try to rotate again. It feels like last week we saw like musical chairs when it came to the lanes, but now it seems like a little bit more stable. Not sure if EG wants to rotate again. Universe is making his way to the side shop, just buying treads. No TP on him, so it looks like they're okay with this. I don't know if they should be. Maybe if they get a kill here.
They got a troll coming back into this lane, so they can go ahead and bring 3 heroes to this one. Eternal Levy outside of his web. He's not going to make it out of here. They need a bash, though, to be able to stop the TP. Oh, they didn't even need the bash. Just one hit from Arteezy is enough to bring him low. Evil Geniuses continue to win the musical chairs game. Every single time the music stops, and it's Fnatic who have lost a hero.
Wait, is that the Jack in the Box?
Yes, that is the Jack in the Box. That is
I did not have this. I did not have the same childhood as everyone else. It's alright. As at top lane, Fnatic, they are getting a lot of damage on this tower shortly once the creep wave comes in with their own catapult, as they're going to get rid of that pretty soon.
Dead again? Oh, look at him trying to get CS just to heal himself up, but
maybe he's okay. He's got raindrops,
right? Maybe not.
He's good. That's a really important escape by him. That would have set his game back quite a bit.
And it all comes down to him like turning around and getting that 1 CS. I think that was ultimately what allowed him to live there.
What looked like it was going to be greedy, but instead just trying to survive as Envy once again swaps the lanes. And I like that he is doing this. I think you have to kind of commit for this.
Yeah.
The troll matchup he saw from the previous game, it's not great, but against the Enchanters, you're feeling okay. And you definitely don't want your Beastmaster to have to play against that. Very nice tower deny.
Speaking of our Beastmaster, what is Fnatic's goal with this lineup between the Broodmother and the Beastmaster? I feel like they're both kind of heroes that sit in a lane, kind of push things out. They don't really try and like make a whole lot of team fights happen.
The Beastmaster?
Yes. Oh, Excalibur gonna be caught here. Double Spirit Siphon, healing him up, keeping him alive, but final nuke comes in from Fear with a Splinter Flash. Will manage to get that kill. DJ pulls himself ahead of Universe.
That's super annoying, by the way. When you pop like all your charges on a DP.
Yeah.
Now she's out of Spirit Siphon charges, so when she respawns in the lane, she doesn't feel super comfortable.
You've got nothing to do.
Yeah.
EG could just gank you again. You've got no defense mechanism.
For the most part, though, it's going to come down to how this DP decides to rotate with their first ulti.
Okay.
And the Beastmaster probably rotates to her lane too. It's going to be a lot of synergy between those two heroes to try to free up things for this Broodmother, who, because the nature of how she had to swap lanes repeatedly, hasn't really found a lot of farm.
So we're not going to be seeing the Shadowblade Beastmaster that we saw from last. We're going to see him play a lot more with his allies.
Pops the dust. They really wanted that. But Envy was in a very good position. Playing really far back, understands that he can't afford to die again.
Won't just yet, letting his group trying to work towards that early deso. So Fnatic are going to be playing like a pretty heavy 4-man on the opposite side of the map while Eternal Envy does Broodmother thing. That feels like very classic Broodmother lines.
Yeah.
Rather than the carrying Brood scene. A lot of team fighting out of, say, Liquid.
I mean, that Broodmother farms a lot too. The difference though is because Envy's had to swap lanes repeatedly, all that thought is in mid, Rupture's gonna go out.
He's just gonna go ahead and throw down the Exorcism and challenge EG if they want to run into this one. In fact, he's trying to run down Fear right now with the Rupture still on him. He'll give up on that chase and instead try and take that tier 1 tower. With the backup of his allies and still a smoked up Ohio, they may be able to get the initiation here. Ohio sitting just on the edge here.
And Excalibur's getting low, and this is going to make Frit think that he has a free kill here, but now Smoke's going to pop, and this is an important tower for Fnatic to take. Last time they weren't able to grab it, and it caused them so many issues. This time around, they're full committing for it, and that Rupture going to force that Exorcism, but it's a wash cap.
Yeah, Bloodright is just really good ability to defend towers.
This is his first pro game.
I can't say that one. Arteezy in some big trouble, has to throw out the whirling axes to defend himself against all this physical damage. Nice cut through the trees there. An early shortcut. The tier 1 tower. Ohio's going to be dove at bottom lane. Frit's hoping to be able to help out Universe. Ohio tries to go for the roar, unable to do so. He puts himself right next to Universe to try and limit the impetus damage, but it's not enough. Universe dominating spree right now. He's worked real quickly towards the Hurricane Pike here. Eternal Envy's going to go for a kill onto Fear. Now Fear does not have himself a cold embrace, but did manage to get the damage on the Broodmother, preventing the Brood from chasing him down, but he won't be able to stop the Broodlings from running him. He gets out of the webs, and Arteezy is here to be able to protect Old Man Fear.
And Envy really wants this. He's going to heal himself up, and Envy going to go north, knows that Fear is waiting up there, but Arteezy blocking his path.
Zoning him out.
He's going to make the long trek around.
I mean, at the very least, you could say this buys them a lot more time. Oh, he's right next to him.
They are sitting on top of each other
now.
But Fear has enough health.
Really don't think he can go for this one. He doesn't have the nuke. He doesn't have the soul ring.
This is an awkward situation because Envy's committing pretty significantly for this, trying to get this kill, and now Fear has found his exit out.
Envy misses out on the kills, misses out a lot of farming time. Ooh, this is going to be a cool setup here. Ohio managed to get the roar onto Universe, but they don't have a fall disable until DJ gets his TP in, managed to get the kick. Stops that out. 415 gold for Ohio off that kill because we did have that dominating streak in Universe.
And the nice thing too is this Death Prophet doing quite well for himself.
Yeah,
had to
really
grab that kill.
I mean, they ganked mid repeatedly, and Bloodseeker still had a pretty high number of denies, but Excalibur seems like between the combination of kills, decent amount of CS,
they really need to enable this Broodmother right now. It's been a while since I've seen a Brood have a rough start.
How do you enable a Brood? What do you do?
You need a gank for that lane. Help her take that tier 1 tower, I think, after they grab that mid one. I think the mid tower, though, is priority for Fnatic. But they're going to maybe smoke up instead. It is daytime for another 30 seconds. They don't quite have that Beastmaster.
All right, it looks like they're doing just...
Oh, he's getting...
They're going to go for the 3-man smoke, push up into the jungle, then cut over through the lane.
And if they grab Arteezy with this, I think they'd be really happy as...
Excalibur's going to spot him first, slow him down. Now the roll-in's going to miss from DJ. That's okay, though. He's
trying to make his way through.
And he won't be able to TP out or anything.
And I like no rebuttal.
DJ held on to that stun just a little bit.
Just in case of a TP or something?
Yeah, just in...
It also, the cool thing about it too is if you think the Wyvern's behind it, you're positioning so it hits the angle.
Yeah.
So it clears everything.
I saw that a couple times. Universe! Same place!
Oh no.
Different time.
This is the downside for EG. And I think we saw this yesterday is sometimes their cores play way too independent. In the last game, you saw them, they were very fluid, they worked together, they took towers at like 13 minutes, they were 5-manning. This game, they're getting split up because they have these independent cores, and none of the cores are really willing to sacrifice not showing on the map. There was at one point where all 3 cores are showing on the lane or near the lane, and so they just get picked off one by one, and Fnatic off to a much better start than they were in the previous game as they're doing quite well for themselves. We talked about how they had to enable the Broodmother. They've done just that, Austin. They're helping him back into his game.
It does seem like these core supports, when they do have cores that are farming so independently, they're not really able to do anything. I mean, Wyvern and Nightstalker had incredibly quiet games. And that's because they don't have cores to help them out.
You need them to start doing something with their team. It can't just be 2 supports running around.
So who is it, though? Because surely there's still going to be people EG. So whose arm are you got to twist? Say, hey, you're coming with me. You're going to go and fight with us, and we're going to do things.
I'm not sure. I think their lineup suffers from what it did in the past, in that it's not very clear because they don't have this big stun or anything like that. And Sumail might just get run into. Ideally, you'd like Universe to die Sumail.
They're going to run into Universe instead. You said it's ideal. Well, maybe not ideal, but it's better for EG that he dies over some.
Oh, easily. Sumail was like half a second away from the one caught by that smoke.
Yeah.
Dota's a game of inches. As instead, it's going to be Fnatic, reminiscent of last game. This time, they're going to be the ones 5-manning for this tier 2. And I like this a lot.
Now, Fear is going to get really good Winter's Curse to give them a free kill. And, oh, we missed out on all that spiraling damage. It could have been a nice little pick-me-up of gold as well.
Quit hitting yourself.
And as a result, looks like between that Winter's Curse and now the rotations from EG, gonna be another exorcism that fails to get a tier 1 tower.
And that is fairly significant. They all grouped up. They didn't respect the power of the Winter's Curse. And that is one of the best part about Wyverns, is that you can be a 1600 net worth Wyvern and you can kill a Beastmaster that has 4000 net worth.
He's like kind of like Shadow Demon, right? The stronger the enemy gets, the stronger one of your abilities.
Still, things getting a little bit better for EG. EJ motioning upwards. They have no vision in this jungle area though, so that's why he's the one pushing it out. A little bit scary for him to be the one up here, but I think they're willing to risk an Earth Spirit's life at the very least.
Beastmaster. Playing in the jungle, trying to get camps, but he now spots that this camp, small one, is missing. It's right next to that 15-minute marker, so he's got to know somebody's nearby, and he's going to run at Arteezy here. Doesn't choose to pursue out the Primal Roar. Spooked, perhaps, knowing Ember. Back it up. Currently 6-7 here, 15 minutes. Geniuses have a bit more of the late game lineup, especially with Arteezy. End all late game. Oh, another great Winter's Curse. Woohoo!
The Broodlings.
I killed you with coldness.
Kills him so fast.
That's nice.
That's brutal. I didn't even mean to do that. You patted me on the back, but they're gonna make the
Three-man smoke up into Pylai Die, but he's in this tree area, so he's actually popped the smoke, and it's not that easy for EG to be able to get this kill. Bloodright to give them some vision. They're just gonna go ahead and backdoor the tier 1 tower, make things easier for them when it comes to diving. Pylai Die. Now Scalper's actually in an interesting spot here, and they're kind of baiting out a really good kick.
Get Pi out.
Could have been.
That's the save Pi mission.
Saving Private Pylai Die is a success. To bring him back, Fnatic are going to be able to continue their 4-man push while the Broodmother takes one of those side lanes.
They really need to. That's the second time, by the way, that Fear he like doubles his net worth off of those kills. But this is very important for them to be able to grab this tower.
They didn't have to use Exorcism, so
yeah, that's huge. But it was such a low HP tower.
Take that other tier 1 tower. I mean, if you force all the 5 members of EG down here, right, you're going to take that tier 2 as the Broodmother at top. So, seems pretty good.
And now Enchantress is going to back out. That's the thing about when you have 3 really talented course cap, is sometimes you get into this rhythm where
everybody wants to have a good game.
Yeah, and you kind of have to accept that that's not the case. It can happen. And somebody has to just back and accept that their lane might get hurt a little bit. And that's the difference, I think, between EG yesterday and EG today.
Now, it does seem like they, especially since he's not going the Radiance build, Sumail, as the Bloodseeker, is going to be the one moving to EG and trying to take a lot more of these fights. So he's here to defend, but can he actually do it?
Quite a commitment for the tower, both sides. They really want to defend. They force Excalibur to pop this Exorcism. Thought this was going to be a free tower.
Fnatic are pretty scared here, but they might just run into crit. They've got the vision down. Oh no, they've got the counter vision. They're going to be able to catch Ohio as he tried to TP out of this one. Fnatic, they're just getting picked off one by one. Excalibur is going to be able to complete his TP, but Pylai Die, he's not making it out of here.
Good luck, Pi. Great TP.
5 more second spot. This truly is the perfect hero for Pylai Die. His death is just...
He would have been a legend, though, if he TPs and makes it out.
Unlike.
I would have just, like, first-person perspective for the rest of this game.
So why... Do you think Fnatic really are incapable of taking that engagement?
I think it's more awkward than you think, because even though you have the Exorcism, like, half the duration is up,
yeah,
and you don't know where the vision line is, because they couldn't get a ward behind the tower or by that cliff area that you're so used to, and that's going to determine it. It usually means if you don't have vision like that, you just get jumped on.
Yeah. And
Crit had the off angle too, like he made his way all the way around, and because they didn't have that angle card, it's really awkward for them.
So they just didn't have enough information to know we can take this fight at bottom lane, or we can take this tier 2 at top lane. One or the other should have happened, but they just didn't have the info.
Yeah, because it's a 4-on-5, and because Universe backed out so early, they don't have any info. So they thought, okay, let's secure this tower, let's pop Exorcism for it. But EG, as soon as they showed one hero there, then they know for sure it's mid, DJ.
Kick, good combo here from DJ. Just hoping to be able to catch Universe long enough that Death Prop followed up with the Yule Scepter, but staff. Now the Desolator is complete for the Broodmother, trying to get
Dire's top tower is under attack.
2. It'll be a
This time around, he's being so careful. He's like, I will not die by my Broodlings Volume 2. But Sumail is pushed out the way.
I feel the Radiant better in these sort of situations where you're dealing with this Broodmother.
Austin, this man is a professional. I will always trust his judgment in you.
He's trying to get the BKB. It does mean he's gonna hit quite a big mid-game peak. It's a fighting hero, and he'll be able to manage
Roshan, all teams around it. Arteezy, they wanted to take that fight. If they grab a kill right there, they immediately go into Roshan. They'll take it so fast with their line.
Yeah, they've got the Medallion of Courage there from the Night Stalker, plus a Troll, plus Blood Rage. A pretty good Roche taking line.
And that's why Fnatic are around that area, because they understand that. They can't really give up the Sagas.
It's why the Broodmother is parked up at top lane, right?
Yeah.
She gets so much map control.
It's also why she has a weapon there. They absolutely do not want to give up the Sagas for free. Because if they give up that Aegis for free, EG take like one successful fight, that could just lead to all your tier 2 towers being taken out. Then the game becomes really awkward.
I'm sure the Fnatic cores are happy where the game's going, all getting far, but I feel like, you know, tick-tock. EG's lineup is getting better and better over time with this troll sitting at 10k net worth. It's kind of the be-all, end-all carry. When does Fnatic make their big move?
Fnatic, I think they just keep this pace of game and try to get mini pickoffs with this Shadowblade on Beastmaster. I don't know if you can force things. It's not so easy. You saw whenever they pop the Exorcism and they straight go for tower, EG is always their spot. And so you need to set up things more cleanly than that. But EG, they want to force the issue a little bit. They recognize that Fnatic have largely been avoiding these 5-on-5 engagements. And what's the best way to force an engagement is to force the fight at an objective. Here's the best one.
Look how quickly they do Roshan with a one rage and the ultimate from Troll plus the medallion. Ooh, they didn't even have the double damage, but they just pick up now. They exit the Roshan pit.
This is problematic now. And this is the ancient stack too.
An ancient stack?
How convenient.
How much is Fnatic just gonna give up to EG here?
Alright. That is...
I mean, surely that was a Roshan. Maybe they couldn't have done it.
I don't think they could.
Maybe they didn't have the information. But you would say, from a big picture, you need to contest for Fnatic.
It's hard. I'm not certain they win that 5-on-5 fight. This Broodmother, I'm not sure if they feel comfortable fighting with her.
I wouldn't.
So I think pace of game just resumes. It does mean that they did lose their second tier 2 tower of the game. That top area is still pushable. What I'd like for EG to do is shove out bottom a little bit more. Then you can grab those tier 1s and tier 2s. Firstly, for Fnatic, shove out the side waves as much as you can to make it painful for EG to do so. Because their catch isn't very good on EG, if you think about it. The benefit for them, unlike their previous lineups though, is they have Rupture. Rupture's so good.
Fight around the hero.
Dude, what happened? It was like...
Oh, it's 4K. I mean, considering Roshan in the tower that fell out.
It was almost even at like 15 minutes, judging by the graph. And now it's just... spiraled down.
Go, Ohio, go. He's trying to. But he is going to get caught by Crit here. He goes invis. Crit turns around. Oh, they managed to get the Primal Roar, but here comes the TPs. But Excalibur's already in place. Maybe they can quickly kill Universe. He's not able to get the Force Staff away far enough to be able to break that Spirit Sight, but he's taking a lot of damage from these ghosts. But a Cold Embrace is there. And now they even get, maybe? No, he gets off the BKB. Excalibur's going to be fine against that Bloodrite nuke. They're going to have to blow the Winter's Curse just to keep the Death Prophet back. But it does look like Fnatic, they're still not feeling it. They're still ultimately only a 4-man unit because the fact that they have this Broodmother, so they still can't force the fight around that tier 2.
That's a lack of cohesion in their lineup. It's that they popped the BKB and Exorcism. They got Dazzle in a really good position and they're still not willing to take fight. But that will overall be a win for EG. They had to blow the Winter's Curse, of course, but the 10-second BKB matters even more. And Death Prophet's cooldown, one of the highest in the game. Now they're going to make their move on Envy.
Oh, Eternal Envy, you cannot be dying like this. Your team just walked away from a team fight.
But meanwhile at bottom,
they're going to be able to catch Arteezy. Okay, now this is a fair trade-off if they can kill him twice.
They're going to be able to. He is in no man's land right now. The courier goes down.
Oh, that was a courier coming in with the BKB. Maybe if he got that BKB, he could have gotten out, but no such luck. 7-11. 2,000 gold lead now only. It was just, It was a 4,000 gold lead not so long ago, and all of a sudden,
it was 5K.
Yeah.
And that was a very, very big kill. Envy's death does not mean that much if you just look at the gold that both of them represent.
Yeah.
300, but that was like 2-man gang versus a 4-man gang on the side of Fnatic. I think they're going to be really happy about that. And that's what that upswing represents. And Arteezy, he continues to push out that lane when he knows his team is going for that play. A little bit too greedy. And I think the reason why he makes that play is because, well, he has Aegis and he's got BKB flanked him. He's like, there's nothing that can cancel that aside from the roar. Let's hope I don't get roared.
All right, Blitz, I think that 2K is... We're sitting more like a 3,800.
Yeah. I think so too.
As Cinderin was pointed out. Oh, pick off here.
Nice kill. Wyvern. Dude, that was a lot of gold. They can't afford these deaths.
428 gold for a Wyvern.
They're even now.
BKB for the Bloodseeker. So if they see this BKB, I'm playing the same way as Fnatic. I'm dodging those fights.
Yeah. Still, like, Fnatic, they're going to have a really nice window right now where with no courier up with BKB, you're feeling pretty good right now. The game's largely being reset in your favor now.
Ooh.
Your cores are catching up. Envy's got a BKB, 10 seconds. DP still has a 9-second BKB. Like, everything is working as it should right now. This is surprising effort. Fnatic showing signs of life.
Does Fnatic change their mind now that we have a BKB for
They should, I think. They should feel really good about their timing right now.
So now we start playing a little bit more around the Broodmother in this case. Does like Fnatic bottom?
I think he probably pushes out mid. They try to grab that tower for free, as free is not committing any.
Yeah.
Because you still have to fight around your web area. That's unavoidable.
Looks like Eternal Envy, now that he's got BKB, he looks pretty comfortable taking over the mid role. And we've seen this from like when Liquid is running Broodmother mid in situations like that, where Broodmother just takes over the mid lane and she takes over multiple Ancient camp well. And it just becomes mega value. Farm efficiency. They are going to lose their tier 1 tower top lane in exchange for the tier bottom. It's going to be EG back resume. They actually go for a Shrine TP?
Oh.
He didn't get caught.
Crit actually going to be the one to pops the dust early, but Ohio is on the north side. They're pinging like crazy, but unable to find him. And that's what we were talking about. They wanted to grab that tier 2 without any sort of commitment.
Okay, you did it without taking any sort of commitment. So that means you've got certain ultimate like answers.
Yeah.
But what does that mean for you right now? Like, so what if your ultimate's up? What are you gonna do with that?
Wait for Envy to get 20.
Wait for Envy to get 20?
The level 20 is really nice.
Okay, so if you're not gonna take anything with your Ixis, why is it important not to use it?
It's because of the potential for a fight. Every single time they use it in a failed tower push, EG gets a lot of space on the map. That's where they were able to grab so much of that real estate.
Yeah.
Was they're telling themselves exorcisms on CD, let's go wherever we want, and a big smoke here.
A successful scan, but it's going to run into a whole bunch of heroes, and Ohio's already been silenced up. He's not going to be able to get that initiation. He gets blown up by Arteezy. Excalibur jumps to the backline, but immediately he gets Winter's cursed up. Universe is trying to get himself some distance away from Excalibur, and it looks like he was successful there, while Arteezy goes ahead and mans up against anybody who manages to get his hands on. Excalibur is being dealt with by Universe right now at a distance because Excalibur can move, but now the Rupture's gone, so he's able to blink onto Universe and be able to bring him down, while Sumail, he's being gobbled up by the Eternal Envy Broodmother. The Broodmother is in play now, and Evil Geniuses thought they were going to be able to win that team fight, but it looks like the BKB pickups managed to let Fnatic not only win that engage, but also push for high ground here, it looks.
But without Exorcism, they might think twice. They don't have BKBs up either. They are starting to hit this tower, and they do a lot of damage, and look at that Brood go.
Ooh, kick. TZ sidesteps that one, but it doesn't really matter. The damage on the tower that's far more important.
He doesn't have BKB either, so he's not willing to really chance this one, and the tower's going to go down. All of a sudden, Fnatic, maybe for the first time in this series, has a gold lead.
Turn around, Yule Scepter, kick. Excalibur, he's kind of in an awkward position. That was not the greatest kick. It put him in that dead man's land where he was kind of in a situation where he couldn't really go left or right. No bash, no bash, no bash, no bash. Didn't matter, he had a Shadow Drag for wearing out. Dazzle is going to be caught by Crit as well. DJ. No, just leave Pylight dead. That's his role. Pylight Eye is supposed to die. Just leave him.
Dude, he's going to live. Get him out of there.
Grave. Shrine being used too.
They're doing everything they can.
Deadest Dazzle I've seen in my life. He almost gets caught. That's what I was a little bit afraid of.
Now he almost has a full Ags.
That's pretty insane.
That is huge.
Oh, you could just turn one of your allies to stone if you're being gone on by the troll.
Rupture targets?
Rupture targets.
This is quite massive. That fight is going to cost EG quite a lot.
But
now the shrines are opened up too. Roshan is the bigger objective here, though.
The follow-up catch that happened after the fight will allow EG to go and get Roshan. So at least something is gained on both teams.
If they could have gotten a clean escape there, Cap, Fnatic are in really nice control of this game. But they get out, their Death Prophet.
Whoa.
They're just
GG, are they just going for it?
Maybe they heal with this Aegis. And the problem with Death Prophet is when you're in defensive scenarios, it's like you pop your ulti, and if I do pop my ulti, then they'll just re-engage when it's on cooldown.
Double stun, double silence, but Excalibur. Whoa.
There's the
What
roar.
a huge amount of damage. Primal Roar, they're trying to take out this Winter's Curse Cold Embrace combination. They managed to get the Cold Embrace out, so Wyvern's slow to be able to die here, but is unable to get anything off after that. Excalibur drops a little bit low, so they use the Shallow Grave just in case. Excalibur is going to try and pursue here, but knows that EG could turn on him, and he actually backs up just at the right time. Ohio, ooh, maybe he's going to be caught. He got a little bit too far away. Ooh, DJ, though, with a nice save and a rollback on himself. He does not get caught whatsoever there. Fnatic are playing a brilliant back and forth game right now against EG. Pushing forward, but never too far to actually get themselves overextended and caught.
This is the problem, though. We just talked about this like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
If you use your DPO like this defensively, reset, just wait.
Yeah.
It costs you a Wyvern to get the BKB and the Exorcism popped. You still have the Aegis. And if you don't definitively win that fight, this is what happens against defensive Death Prophets, is you just get shoved in. And that's exactly what's happening right now. EG, they want to make attempt number 2 here. They feel really good about this one without
honestly,
Exorcism or BKB.
They can wait for the next creep wave. Wyvern's coming in. He's still got...
So it's now like nothing was lost.
Yeah.
For EG side anyways, as Fnatic, they're going to have to do some outplays here.
He's trying to kill the creep wave before he gets up to the tower, but it just results in him dying in front of the tower. And now Fnatic have to defend 4 versus 5 with the racks being beaten on, and RTZ takes it so damn quickly. EG, they're very easily going to be able to hit the first set of racks here in this game. The Eternal Envy jumps forward though, managed to bring down RTZ with ease with the minus armor there, and chasing away Samael. He might be able to kill Samael though, but he pops the cheese, the Cold Embrace goes down as well. Eternal Envy no longer having the BKB. They get caught here, the Primal Roar goes down. They try and give him the Shallow Grave. He goes for an easy kill on a crit. He knows he's not making it out of here alive. He just wants it to result in some kills somehow, but they just don't have the damage. Fnatic, now with the Broodmother down, all their physical damage is gone, and with no Death Prophet Exorcism, EG easily take that melee racks. Not going to go for 2 though. They're not going to push it that far. They're going to start backing up, just take control of the map.
And that's the problem, is Death Prophet as a defensive hero, it's really awkward. When you force out that Exorcism, that's most of her toolkit. She used her BKB as well. It's starting to get a little bit lower in charges now. And that's where things get really worrisome for this lineup. EG, they're still around this area. They want the easy win right now. If somebody comes outside their base, they want to just grab somebody.
Oh, it could be Excalibur. Caught on the low ground, does get ruptured. Yule Scepter is going to be straight to that blood right. Doesn't have BKB or buyback, so EG, they've just found themselves a win. There is a tier 2 in top lane, so EG are going to have to just go for 2 lanes of rags and back up, or they're going to have to go straight for throw.
And without any vision on the map, Fnatic, they had to play a little bit more carefully there.
Yeah.
This is a play that a lot of teams will make to just try to see if we catch somebody, we'll immediately go high ground again. That is the case. Now the map completely opened up, 11,000 gold lead. It felt like 5 minutes ago, Fnatic
they were actually winning
3.
the game.
Yeah, they were ahead in gold, and then with that Roshan, the forced Exorcism, it all swings.
Oh dear, Fnatic. 12 to 17, they've dug themselves quite the hole.
Now the
they've
game,
got to climb out of it.
Now the game is really difficult, and you gotta be wondering, Cap, like what's going through Fnatic's head right now? Because a moment ago, game looks really clean. Everything is turning around. You're gaining some momentum, and now you're in this position.
Well, if you're Fnatic, what do you want to do? Because you don't want to just wait and use another defensive exorcism.
No,
right?
you can't.
You can't shy away from fighting EG. They don't have the Aegis anymore. You saw how quickly the Broodmother was able to bring the troll down. So let's find a way where Fnatic are able to engage EG in the they're wanting to. They're the ones being the aggressors on EG's. How does that look?
They need to smoke and get their exorcism off aggressively and immediately transition it into a push. And they need multiple kills for this too. So Envy actually buys a gem because they need to. They can't play this game blind anymore. He has to risk it.
Side of their bait.
Yeah, they don't want to smoke under a ward, then lose the game like that. They want to clear out the vision around the map first. As DJ, he's not going to get that really southern place ward though, and I think Fnatic, they just go for a smoke, try to get a fight.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Part of the problem is they still have that ward at bottom lane. So they know there's nobody pushing out to bottom lane. So it's still, by process of elimination, makes it pretty...
Very well reasoned. They are going to back up, and Fnatic, with that mid lane pushing in, no opportunity to smoke for them.
But that's okay. We still want to be able to do that at some point.
Yes. That's why that gem pickup is very crucial for them. Because they can't play under vision anymore.
Uh-oh. I can't start with Envy dying.
Doesn't want to get ruptured. That's why the rest of his team making their way over. This last clash might just determine it.
Top tower has fallen.
Towers. Fight this one. Rupture already onto Eternal Envy. He's actually taking so much damage from RTZ right now, but turns around and gets bashed up. He couldn't get the lifesteal out. Excalibur getting as many Spirit Siphons out, but still RTZ and Samael laying into the Death Prophet are going to be able to bring him down. Both cores dead with no buyback. Fnatic, there is no way out of this one. Eternal Envy will call it for the team. Good luck to Evil Geniuses as they move further. They will bring down Fnatic in a 2-0.
And that is such a disappointing way, I think, for Fnatic to go out.
Absolutely. I mean, they got this opportunity. Happy Feet were not able to make it. Fnatic here in their place. Hope to be able to show that they were worthy of being here for ESL. Unfortunately, they're going to go out with not